dedicated to my friend from public school, Connie Van Cladden. Anyway, she said she's doing some work around her house, so I want to give her a little tip. So let's take a look over here. Sometimes people ask, how do you get joints so tight, right? And there's different ways of doing it. One way is cutting your piece, putting it on, and then adding each side and fiddling until that works. And that works. I'm going to show you a method that I use. And here we go. So first off, if we go into, come on with me. So we have these marks here and another one here. So what I do is I measure that distance, I cut a piece to fit that, right? You want to get as close as you can, right? So you cut your 45s, then you'll check that, and then you'll cut your 45s for your styles. Bring that over here, and then I work on a table here, and what I'll do is just bring it up, get close, and I'll mark it. There. And when you're marking it, you can mark it not exactly halfway, a little closer to this end down here, so it doesn't open up. And then after that, if you have one, if you have one, use a biscuit joiner, right? And set it at halfway, make sure it's at 90. Biscuit joints here, like I said, it's closer to the edge here so the bottom doesn't open up. Grab some handy dandy biscuits, some glue, I need to have a brush. Just brush it on. You can add more glue if you need. Probably won't need over there. This. Just get it here. Okay, now, here's basically the secret. What you've done is you've created a casing. Now these clamps are made by Linmick Woodworks, and they're for sale. No, they're not. They're not at all. I bought them online. If you go on Atlas Tools, you'll find them. In any case, it's a lifesaver. So what you do is just simply clamp that. Clamp this. And with a wet rag or your hand, clean off the excess glue. Wet rag is better. This is going to be sanded down anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And what I do is I let it sit for a few minutes. So we'll be back in a minute. So normally, wait a few hours and the biscuit joint would glue up and you wouldn't need any fasteners. But that's not the case today, so you can either pin nail it, but since I want to carry this over, what I do is just going to release it. And take a couple trim screws, which of course are proprietary to Inmec Woodworks, which they're not. They're just GRK screws or finished screws. And what I'll do is I'll go from the top and I'll use one of these holes. You see these holes that are here that were caused from the pinching of the clamp. I'll use them as a guide and I'll just screw through. One side, other side. So, now we'll be back in a minute because I got to carry this through and it could be fun. Welcome back, Connie. Anyways, remember Drake's survey? Remember those days running around, having fun? I wouldn't want to go back, but those are great days. Anyways, so now we have our frame. We have the opening. And as you can see, it fits. So what I like to do is start one side and nail it. Make sure the corner lines up. And line up with your guideline. That's well there, there. That will hold it. And then this part is helpful. Where you're level up top, make sure you're level. You go up a bit, that's fine. Make sure the header's level. Throw one in the middle. Up in your framing. Work your way across. This is a great picture of my backside, but that's okay. And then you're on to the corner here. So you know that this is level. Get an angle of that, get a picture of that, that's level. And you just follow your guideline. Alright, so up the corner. One beside, one on the wall, one on the casing. Let's see what I got in there. At the bottom, you can flip your gun upside down to catch it. And then go down this side. And that's how we do it. Still tight, you have to play around with a little bit, make it work, but the joint is tight. And if you're using flat stock, just give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Keep it on. So, if you're using flat stock, this is pine, clear pine. Use this tool that I invented myself. No, I didn't. And run it down the side, get yourself around the edge. Go all the way around on the inside too. And there you have it. Thanks for joining us. Connie, this is specifically for you. I hope you find it helpful. Peace out.